Hello and welcome to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard. Thank you so much for joining us again. Going to be speaking with Shannon Burke, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Health Systems at CareCredit. She's joining us here on Health Professional Radio to talk about their new CareCredit Patient Financing app. Welcome to Health Professional Radio, Shannon Burke, and thanks you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Well, give our listeners a bit of your professional background. I mentioned that you are Senior Vice President there at and General Manager of Health Systems at CareCredit. What is your area of expertise? And then let's talk about this brand new app.
Great. Yeah, I've been in healthcare for 30 plus years, actually, in a variety of roles. I started in the insurance industry, both in the provider and consumer side, and progressed through my career, have moved through technology, and now in finance. So joined CareCredit about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now, and am GM, as you noted, for health systems.
There seems to be this shift in medical financing and the needs of hospital health systems and patients that they care for. Could you tell us a little bit about CareCredit's view on these needs and what you're doing to address the needs?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we have is what's been going on certainly in healthcare for a long time, and this is not new, but it certainly has been increasing, is the increased cost to patients, the amount that patients will bear of their bill when care is done. And as that has ramped up through high deductible plans and co-insurance, more co-pays, and even wanting care that's not covered, elective care that's not covered by your insurance, has just led to this increasing cost and burden to the patient themselves to pay after care. That has certainly driven out consumerism, which from a patient standpoint, we're consumers in every other part of our life. So it's not a surprise that as we have become more responsible for our costs in healthcare, that our demands and our experience and what we'd like to see as consumers in healthcare has gotten larger. And subsequently, that for health systems has become part of the whole patient satisfaction. They want to give a complete frictionless experience from the day that a patient or a consumer or a person comes into a health system to when they pay their bill. So they're looking to give them a complete, comprehensive, good experience. And I think that those three trends are really changing the landscape for financing in healthcare.
This pandemic has shifted experiences across the board, financial, medical outcomes, and so forth, even the need for testing at all. What are you seeing in the market in light of this pandemic? Do you think that there's going to be a greater sense of urgency for health systems and patients in this area?
I think so. One of the big things that we've seen is just pent-up demand. I don't think most people really understood how much care was considered elective care. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of that care over the last year, and I think as, again, the fear of going back sometimes continues to delay people from getting their elective care and things that they need to have done and that they want to have done. So as that has postponed, that's created a big well of demand of patient desire to get back to some of the things that they have had in the past or that they need to do that they have postponed because of the pandemic. And I think also in the pandemic, we became very accustomed to the digital experience. How does that impact our lives? How easy, how frictionless those experiences are. So between the need and the desire to get back and take care of some of the things that patients and people in healthcare have wanted to do, it combined with the new desire and expectations of digital experience, I think the pandemic has really changed what we as patients and consumers in healthcare want and expect. And so therefore that pandemic really has had that impact of changing how health systems are thinking about financing for their patients.
CareCredit's new CareCredit Patient Financing app. Is this new app that we're going to talk about, is it elective procedure driven?
Great question. It is for any expense that you incur at a health system. So most of our health systems accept CareCredit across for all services, and that is elective, non-elective, inpatient, outpatient. And that's one of the things that's really unique about CareCredit and offering with health systems is it's offered for everything. And so it makes a very clear experience. And again, no confusion for the patient on what they can and can't use CareCredit for within the health system.
Now, this is a new addition to the Orchard. Is that correct?
It is. We just released it in the App Orchard, and I think most of your listeners may know that Epic has an App Orchard, and they do work with their partners, and it is a long process. And the great news when you go through the App Orchard is that consistency with the Epic application, with the Epic MyChart application. So, yes, we work directly and partner with Epic to do that, and we just recently released that.
Now, is this an opt-in situation as far as institutions and practitioners are concerned?
Yes, it absolutely is. We usually, typically what the process will go is a health system will reach out and obviously have some interest in patient financing. Once they do, we certainly will go through the process of the CareCredit financing service. And at that time, once they've elected to partner with CareCredit, the health system, it's an easy download from the App Orchard in order to enable that in MyChart for their patients post-payment.
What about technical support?
Yes, absolutely. Again, because it's integrated using Epic, and with Epic, it is fully and technically supported by both CareCredit and Epic.
As far as the future is concerned, what do you see as far as this app and its integration with Epic?
Well, I think, again, we look at the whole journey. CareCredit really desires to be the patient financing partner of choice for our health systems. We understand fully how burdened the front line often is at health systems, how difficult their jobs are, and satisfaction with our providers is just important to CareCredit as with our patients and our users of the CareCredit financing service. And so really, we're looking to make that whole experience from the beginning to the end seamless and easy and frictionless for both the provider and the patient. So I think that really, and married up truly with our healthcare experience and understanding healthcare and how healthcare is delivered, really make this a very elegant, easy way for patients to finance their portion of their care.
And as far as getting up to speed on all the different functions and benefits of that app, is training readily available to anyone who opts in?
Absolutely. CareCredit provides complete training. And again, our applications are very user-friendly, intuitive. They're seamlessly built in to the experience, again, the MyChart experience that a patient would have. So it's a natural part of how that patient engages with the health system. And when it's time to pay their portion, it's a very easy, frictionless way to pay for their care. And for the provider, as noted, we really do have an outstanding training and certification program that enables our providers to be fully confident and capable to offer CareCredit and to process the transactions.
Is there anything that you'd like to add, Shannon?
Well, I think no matter where a health system is in their exploring of patient financing, CareCredit is here to partner with them and to work with them. And really, we have 12 million current cardholders who use CareCredit. We have 33 years of experience. We do understand healthcare. I think that is one thing that is just very unique about our organization and our offering is being able to rely on those years and years of experience with providers across the ecosystem, and now with expansion into a really seamless, elegant experience for patients at their health systems. So if anybody out there, either providers or individuals who are interested in CareCredit, please come and visit us at carecredit.com.
Great. Well, I appreciate you joining us here on Health Professional Radio. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard, in conversation with Shannon Burke, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Health Systems at CareCredit. Audio copies of this program are available at hpr.fm and healthprofessionalradio.com.au. You can also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, listen in, download at SoundCloud, and be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com, Health Professional Radio.